Have you ever felt like your stress about money is taking a toll on more than just your wallet? You're not alone. And the truth is, financial problems don't just impact your bank account. They can affect your mental health, your physical well-being, and even your relationships. In this video, I'll share 5 warning signs that your money troubles are hurting your health. And more importantly, I've got one simple thing that you can do to fix them. Let's dive in. Money is one of the biggest sources of stress for so many people, and that's not just opinion. The research backs this up. According to the American Psychological Association, nearly 72% of adults report feeling stressed about money at least some of the time, and that stress directly impacts their health. Chronic stress, poor sleep, and even physical symptoms are common when financial problems linger. Lately, I've been thinking a lot about this topic. As somebody who spent many years working in the front lines of healthcare as a family doctor, I have seen firsthand how financial stress can impact people's well-being. And as I started researching this topic more deeply, I found myself having some fascinating conversations with my husband. He actually worked in the financial industry for many years in banking, and through the conversation that we had about this, we have come to realize just how interconnected health and money truly are. It's something that I saw with my patients and he saw from the financial side. So let's get into the 5 signs and see if any of these sound familiar to you. And as we go, drop me a note in the comments if any of these signs are things that you are experiencing right now. The first and most obvious sign is chronic stress and anxiety. When you're constantly worrying about money, whether it's to pay the bills, cover an emergency, or save for the future, your body stays in a heightened state of stress. This means that your cortisol level, the body's main stress hormone, remains elevated. And chronic cortisol elevation doesn't just make you feel anxious, it also weakens your immune system, which can contribute to long-term issues like heart disease and diabetes. Financial stress is like carrying a weight on your shoulders that you just can't put down, and over time, it takes a serious toll on your health. The second sign is poor sleep. When you're lying awake at night, worrying about money, your brain can't shut off. You're ruminating about the bills that you have to pay and wondering how to stretch your paycheck, or you're feeling guilty about financial decisions that you made in the past. Studies show that financial stress is one of the leading causes of insomnia. And when you're not sleeping well, your entire body suffers. Lack of sleep affects your memory, your mood, and even your ability to make good financial decisions. And of course, that creates a vicious cycle that is hard to break. Sign number 3 is emotional eating or unhealthy coping mechanisms. Financial stress often triggers behaviors like overeating or drinking or overspending in an attempt to self-soothe. It's ironic, isn't it? The very thing that's causing the stress often leads to actions that make the problem worse. In one study, researchers found that people dealing with financial stress were significantly more likely to engage in unhealthy habits like binge eating or smoking. These coping mechanisms might provide temporary relief, but in the long run, they can lead to weight gain and addiction and other health problems. And that only compounds the stress. The 4th sign is relationship strain. Money is one of the top causes of conflict in relationships, and constant arguments about spending or saving or debt can create a toxic environment. When financial stress enters a relationship, it's really easy to feel unsupported or disconnected from your partner. Over time, this strain can spill over into other areas of your life, and that leaves you feeling isolated and overwhelmed. And of course, the stress from these conflicts affects your health by contributing to anxiety and high blood pressure and even depression. I can attest to this one personally. Before we got our financial house in order, my husband and I argued a lot more than we do now. There were so many tense conversations about money, and it really caused a strain in our relationship. Once we sorted things out financially and got to a much better place, everything started to improve, including how we communicated and supported each other. Okay, let's move on to sign number 5, physical symptoms. So I'm talking about things like headaches and muscle tension and unexplained fatigue. These are all common signs of financial stress manifesting in your body. When you're constantly worried about money, your body carries that stress physically. One study published in the journal Health Psychology found that people experiencing financial strain were more likely to report physical symptoms like chest pain, digestive issues, and chronic fatigue. Your body can only handle so much stress before it starts starts sending you signals that something needs to change. Now, if any of these signs resonated with you, you're not alone. But here is the good news. You don't have to stay stuck in this cycle. There is one key shift that can be the first domino that starts you on the path to changing everything, not just for your finances, but for your overall health. So let's talk about that now. The most powerful fix that I'm going to offer you today isn't a complicated financial strategy. It's a profound change in perspective. It's moving from a sense of being stuck or powerless to taking full ownership of your situation. So let me explain what that means. When you're stuck in a victim mentality, it feels like everything is out of your control. You might think this is just how things are, or there's nothing I can do about this. And when you have that belief, you're not going to take the steps to change anything, because why would you? But the truth is, you have much more power than you think. And the moment that you begin to take responsibility for your finances, everything begins to shift. Taking ownership means focusing on what you can control and then committing to action. It means accepting where you are right now without judging yourself and then taking small, actionable steps to move forward. So here's exactly how to start. First, face the numbers. Open your bills, track your expenses, and get really clear on where your money is going. I know it might feel scary, but clarity is the very first step toward control. 2, change your language. Replace statements like, "I'll never get out of debt," with "What's one small step I can take today?" Words matter and they influence your actions. 3, celebrate small wins. Did you pay off $50 of debt? Did you save $20 this month? Celebrate it. Every small win builds momentum and reminds you that you are capable of progress. When you move from feeling like life is happening to you to actively shaping your circumstances, the stress starts to lift. And as your stress decreases, so does the impact on your health. It's a ripple effect. One positive change leads to another. Now, although I know that this one deceptively simple shift has the power to completely turn things around for you financially, of course, you're going to want to follow it up with some action. And if one of the actions that you want to take is to start building another stream of income for yourself, which is definitely something that I recommend, then I think you're going to want to download my free cheat sheet that contains 50 different ways that you can build multiple streams of income. I'm going to put the link in the description box, so just go ahead and click that link to download my guide for free. Financial stress can feel like an impossible weight to carry, but you have the tools to start lifting it. Remember, even small changes can create massive shifts, not just in your wallet, but in your health and your happiness. If this video resonated with you, leave a comment below and let me know which of these signs you have experienced and what steps you're going to take to shift your mindset and your approach. And if you enjoyed this video, then you are definitely going to want to watch the video that I have got coming up on the very next screen, which is my 3-step process for transforming your finances in the year ahead. And I will see you there. When you move for it's been a month since I've done one of these, so I'm feeling kind of a little rusty. Okay. If this video resonated with you, no, resonated. Awkward word. Okay. If this video, okay, try again.